Hello, welcome with me, Winner and Jade, picking up right left last time where I took over the rest of Africa and also the Middle East, and then also went and took over the entirety of South America over here. Though I wasn't actually planning to take over the entirety of South America previously, but it ended up happening, and yeah. Got all the Caribbean and the southeastern portion of the United States there, with basically just Florida pretty much. But yeah, this episode, taking over the rest of the world, without question. Easily get that done at this point. And yeah, I guess at the beginning of this, I'm probably going to be focusing on trying to just finish off the rest of North America, just so my armies aren't going to be crossing the Atlantic in every single war that I fight. So yeah, let's see, goalish aggressive expansion is not over 100 currently, so I guess that means I'll need to fight a war so I can actually get the aggressive expansion back over 100 again. But I got peace treaties with all these countries still, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit before I can actually do that. So I guess while I wait, I'll just quickly go through, kind of do this stuff I haven't done in absolutely forever at this point. Alright, peace treaties have ended, so let's go ahead and get these next wars going. Start moving into Central Asia over here. Get all this under my control. Wipe these countries out. Okay, there we go. Good guess. Sure. Honestly, I'll just keep that land up there, because I'm going to be taking over the rest of these countries pretty quickly, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. That did put my aggressive expansion over 100, which is good. So now it's just a matter of waiting for the coalition to form. And there it is. Poland's the leader. Alright. Poland, huh? Third strongest country in the world now. Damn. Good job, Poland. So who's second place currently? Korea? No? No, them. They're in second place. Alright. Sure. But yeah, let's take a look here. Okay, so basically take a bunch more of this land around here, I guess. To wipe out those small countries that are there. Probably go ahead and just wipe them out since they're collapsing completely at the moment. Yeah. And then over here, don't really have too much of an interest in actually pushing it to Europe further. At most, I'll probably just take the southern bit of Iberia here. At most. And or here, I guess I could take over Bengal, possibly. Maybe. That's all I'm really currently interested in when it comes to expansion. At the moment. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. Wait for my armies to get all this dealt with right quick. Okay, my armies are almost finally done taking over all of Poland. Come on. Just one little bit left there. Or not, I guess, considering you're already taking over all these other countries, apparently. Oh, that's not even part of Poland. Or just vassal Poland, okay. Okay, basically everything there is done. All of Europe's been finished. The same when it comes to Asia, I guess. Yep, there we go. So, that's the end of this war then. With this stuff being finished off over here. Great. Okay, so, peace treaty time. Take over all these small countries around here, without question. Okay, so I think that's basically all I'm doing this time. Wiping out all the small countries that are around here and everything. Don't really care too much. Basically just getting all that done so I can just easily wipe out more and more of them so I don't have to deal with them later. And or here taking that little bit over there from Portugal. And a tiny bit of land off of Bavaria there. And then also taking Gore Bengal along with their vassal. That's all I'm doing for this peace deal. So next time I should be fighting them. Which after that will mean I'll be fighting them. And I'll be able to get the rest of Pacific Islands in my control, basically, at that point. So, with that done, Grit's expansion is once again under 100. So I'm going to have to bring that back up. But I can easily do that again, because I now have all these small countries I can go after. My border. Yay! I'll just go ahead and actually start taking them over right now, I think. Oklahoma? Huh. Okay, yeah, that is Oklahoma right there. Sure. Right over right there. Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, sure. Push slightly into Texas, but whatever, I guess. Okay, that is a lot of wars I just started, but I want to wipe out all these small countries, so there we go. Of course, that means a coalition has started, because as a result of all that, with them being the leader of it, obviously. Great. We have a few countries over here that I'm not actually at war with at this point. Nice. Taking manual control of this army here so I can end these wars. God. I really wish what you tell the AI tell your armies to do overrid what the AI is trying to fucking do. I really wish it did. But no, the AI still has full fucking control. Back over here. Take that. No, take that. Go back. No, go back over here. God damn. Okay, dealt with a lot of these. So, let's go through, get the peace deals done for them. Okay, now I only got 2 wars left. Not ending that one there because got the Soaks up there to deal with as well. Want to take them over to actually justify getting that stuff. But otherwise, yeah, the rest of this is just a coalition now. Great. Apparently while I was doing all that, they've basically been fully occupied over here. Good. My armies haven't really done anything else at all yet. That's all they have done this entire fucking time so far. Actually, looking at things at this point, I'm practically at war with most of the worlds now. Basically the entirety of Asia is at war with me. Jesus. Alright. Okay, most of my armies are currently in Europe, I guess. Sure. Yeah. Making pretty good progress, getting all that under their control now. Good. And that is Europe completed. What about Asia? Already done. Okay. What about North America? No, not as much, that is for sure. That's very quickly going to change now that my army is over here. Yay. I guess that's basically everything done now. So, let's go ahead, take all lands off of them there, and now do the peace deal for this coalition as well. Okay, so once again, taking a bunch of land over here in North America, taking a little bit more over here just to get that border looking better, and then also taking them over completely as well. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing there this time. Next coalition, I am definitely going to be taking them over. Actually, I might just go ahead and fight them right now, considering things, to be honest. Yeah, I think I might do that. Send my army over there, because my aggressive expansion is under 100 currently. I'm going to need to get that back over 100. So, yeah. Going to take over a country, and they're perfect for that, especially with what they have. And how annoying it's going to be to deal with if I was to fight them in a coalition. Okay, so my army has gotten over here at this point. So it is time to get these insults sent so I can go to war with them. And this will allow me to basically clean up this entire area for the most part, from what I can tell. With a few exceptions, like those countries basically, but whatever I guess. I'll just let my army loose on them now, and that'll be that. It's basically all of Indonesia completed, and they've already very quickly taken over Australia. Good. Okay, there we go. All that is done. Just take over all their lands. That's there. Good. And that is all this completed. I have all these islands under my control now. Good. Now quickly deal with these other countries over here as well. That one I'm just going to ignore because they have an alliance with them. I don't really want to be taking them over currently. Otherwise, actually just take them over and ignore that. Ignore them, I guess. In that case. There. So that is all of that done. Furthest east I gotta go now is just to deal with all this over here. Alright. So, I guess at this point my main objective is basically North America. Getting that finished off. And there we go. Lithuania formed a coalition as I was expecting, considering they are now the third strongest after I took them out. And they were the only country that had a border with me that didn't have a peace treaty with me currently. So, there we go. This time I will basically be able to take over the entirety of North America. And honestly, I think I'll do just that, considering what's left over here. It's like, if it wasn't for the fact that Lithuania and France's borders are kind of shit, I'd probably split what's left over here into two wars. But because their borders are so shit, I'm just going to take it all in one go right now. So, yeah. So once again, I'll basically ignore Europe, I guess. For now, at the very least. Though I may advance slightly over here in Asia, just considering the fact that I do have Taiwan there at this point. So may take southern China over here possibly. But that's all I'm doing outside of North America, I think. Okay, Lithuania has mostly been defeated, though not completely yet. So it's still going to be a little bit longer before my armies actually get around to attacking all the other countries. That's all done, and that's done. Okay, good. Now my armies are going to be attacking the rest of them. Finally. Ooh, God, what just happened there? Normandy and Alsace at war with each other, I guess? No, Scotland and Normandy. Alsace on the side of Scotland and Portugal and Anjou there on the side of Normandy. Damn. And Korea's towards Yamana. Or here as well. Huh. Well, ain't that nice, I guess. And it looks like my armies have actually completely taken over North America. Nice. Still got work to do in Europe, but it's honestly not a lot, to be honest there. I got a lot more to do in Asia, from what I can tell. Yeah. But they very quickly got that cleaned up. Okay. So now it's basically just Europe, from what I can tell. Alright. And I think I'll just call it there, since that's basically all finished. So, North America, take all of it. There we go. Now, let's see what I wanted to do over here in Asia when it comes to trying to get a nice border that can go towards Taiwan. Okay, so I guess that's what I'm going to do over here. Taking a lot more of the lands than I was expecting, that's for sure. But yeah, just go ahead and wipe out those countries over here, I guess. And to leave it at that for now. So, there we go. I will now just quickly finish off the last few countries that are here in the Americas, so I don't have to deal with anything else over here. And then I can see about moving into Europe more, and same with Asia. Great. So, go to war with the rest of these countries. Yep, there's the next coalition. Great. Alsace leading it. Huh. Alright, sure. I'd like my armies to finish off these countries over here. Thank you. Now you'll never have to come back or to North America. Good job. Your work in the Americas is done. Congratulations. Now I can just focus on Europe and Asia. So, thinking about what I actually want to be taking this time. I'm thinking maybe wipe out Portugal. Just take the entire Iberian Peninsula right here. Maybe wipe out Naples as well. And take more land off the Ottoman Empire, possibly. But don't take them over completely yet. Now we're here in Asia, possibly push a bit further over here into Central Asia. Take out all these smaller countries that are still around. And then afterwards, just clean up what's left of the borders, I guess. When it comes to Korea, considering taking all those smaller countries will make the borders a bit ugly. If I don't do that otherwise. So, yeah. I guess that's more or less my plan. How long is it going to take for my army to get these cities? These last few provinces over here. Because they keep just getting distracted over and over and over again. Come on. Finish it off. Jesus Christ. Finally. I'm not sure what I was even doing there and just constantly clicking to get those armies to fucking take the damn thing actually helped or not. Maybe it did. Really not sure. But that is done. And a rebellion actually popped up over here in North America, so my troops had to come all the way over here again. Great. Okay. So my army is now going to head all the way back over here. And they're of course going across the Pacific, getting stuck on this damn thing here at the edge of the map. Oh, whatever, I guess. And of course Alsace has gotten a bunch of their land back over, of course, that fucking time. Great. Now, if my armies could just finish off all these other countries as well. Man. Okay. Looks like my armies are finally actually getting crap done at this point. Good. Took them long enough. Now, it seems like my army was actually getting crap done earlier, but apparently they weren't. 'Cause, yeah, they still haven't gotten any actual fucking progress done. Somehow they were doing better when they had to constantly cross the fucking Atlantic than they are doing now. Genuinely, how? What the fuck is wrong with you all? So I go and say that, and then they actually get their asses into gear and fucking finish everything, huh? Alright, sure. I just gotta deal with this crap. Take over all this land that Korea and Japan have. Honestly, they better basically be done with Asia by the time I look over there again. And they aren't, of course. At the very least, they got a decent amount of Japan, I guess. Eh. Okay, done. Finally. Only took them 37 fucking years. Alright, so this is everything I'm taking here. All the Iberian Peninsula, taking over Naples, getting a bunch of land over here. taking over an area there, taking a bunch of land over here. Though I will be selling some of this stuff over here because I'm just taking this stuff just to wipe out the smaller countries over here and everything. Because I want to start reducing taking out as many of those as possible currently. So, yeah. Very quickly, closing in on the end of this series at this point, without question. Okay, there. So, yeah. I guess at this point I'll kind of quickly just try and finish off a bunch of these countries that are still around. These smaller ones that I border. Get Crimea under my control as well over here. Okay, that's better. Now to finish off a few more of these countries around here. And there we go. That's a bunch of those smaller ones dealt with. So the only small countries left are ones that I do not border further in Europe. Okay, sure. And I guess in that case, I basically need to really start moving into Europe more at this point. Great. Okay. So, I guess I'm just going to kind of continue fighting wars until the next coalition starts at this point. I sense that's going to be in one, so just go ahead and take them over. There we go. Do the same when it comes to the Faroe Islands here. Now, what do I do at this point? Because the rest of these countries are all on the other end of Europe from me. I would like to deal with them, but currently, I think next coalition wipe out the Ottomans, take out Austria, Milan, France, and Cottine, Normandy. Just take out all of them. All these countries that I border, basically. Take a chunk of land off of Alsace as well, and a good chunk off of Poland's there. Just kind of move up to the point where I have like all of that under my control or something. For the most part, at the very least. That's what I'm thinking. And then over here in Asia, honestly, I may just finish things off in Asia, to be honest, at this point. Let's see, how long until those peace treaties end now? 35, so basically 4 years in game. Sure. I can wait 4 years. Well, Scotland just took over Normandy, basically. Great. Poland, are you going to form a coalition against me or any other country? Come on. There you go. Japanese are the ones to form the coalition. Alright, you just sealed your fates then. I'm taking Eurasia. I was kind of wondering on whether or not I really wanted to actually just go do all that, and they just sealed the deal with that. Them being the coalition leader. So, yeah. Fight this coalition, then one more after that, if it actually ever forms. If it doesn't, I'll just go and take over everything manually, I guess. Alright, there we go. That is them fully occupied, so my armies should now be going out and taking over the rest of them. Finally. Good. Yeah, that's basically all that stuff done. And they seem to have actually almost finished everything over here in Asia too. Over here in Europe as well. Surprisingly, these are the only countries that are actually in the war. The ones that are just directly on the border for once. Huh. Alright. Okay, that's everything by the looks of it. Good. So, I will follow through and just take over all of them, without question at this point. I'll even take this one over. Alright, there we go. Take everything in Asia, as I was saying, and grabbing all this, cleaning, trying to make my borders around here look good, with what's left. So, yeah, that's all that's left for me to take over. Maybe there'll be a coalition, maybe not. I'm not sure. But, there we go. Okay. Start state wars over here. Take out some of these small countries. Ones that don't have alliances. with some of the larger ones. Guess they got a defense pact with Alsace, and that one has an alliance with Scotland. And this one over here has an alliance with Muscovy. So, yeah, ignore those countries as much as I want to take them over. I'll just deal with what I got here currently, and yeah, that is all done already. Great. Nice. One more small group there to deal with, I guess. And there's coalition. Poland's leading it, of course. And yeah. Yeah, I'll make this the final one, I guess. For now. I'll go to war with the rest of those countries manually, I guess, there. I just want my armies to finish this stuff off first, though. Yeah, they're almost done with Poland, I guess. Trying to get them manually to just take that stuff there so I can end the war, but whatever. They dealt with Poland first, whatever. Sure. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and end that one, I guess, there. The rest of these countries are falling pretty quickly, from what I can tell. There. Now to war with all those countries. So this should be wrapped up pretty quickly at this point, I think. Okay, I guess I'll end this war there. And this one as well. Yes, I can end that as well. Just going through, seeing which ones I basically have completely finished here right at this point. Okay, I guess that's all I can do for right now. Alright. Okay, there we go. All that's left is just the coalition. And I have already occupied everything they have at this point. Yeah. Actually, there's one country left. Isle of Man. One country left there they missed. Otherwise, yeah. That's everything. So, go to war with you. And there we go. That is officially the entire world under my control. Great. So, now, there we go. There is this series here done. So, the next one is going to be, once again, back over in Europe for one of those formables. Don't know which one it's going to be, but it's going to be in Europe without question. So, yeah, there is it for this video here. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.